And our next speaker is a doctor by profession. He's a true son of East Africa. I think he's the one person that I've met who, visits Kenya, Tanzania, feels at home in all of the three. He's currently here in Uganda with us, but his business actually operates in all the three countries. He's a true friend of Team Lion Kings, and is a Ruby director. So he's going to come and share with us his story. He's going to come and share with us his some of the business tactics that he's used over time that have helped him to go through the ranks and get where he is now. So Dr. Lawi, if you can hear me, please unmute and take the microphone and inspire us tonight. Thank you.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Dr. Lawi. You're welcome.
Hey, am I enough? Hello.
Hello.
Yes, thank you very much for the wonderful presentation that you have had. Like I was introduced, my name is Dr. Lawi. I come from Kenya, and I'm so happy to be part of this meeting today. And I'm just going to take my time to share with you a few things about the business. I was so excited when you were sharing about the cleaning products, because those are the products that I started with. I come from a family of 4. I'm the firstborn in my family, and when I was young, my dream was to become a doctor. And I thank God because I got a chance to join Makerere University Medical School some years back. So when I got started, we used to pay a tuition fee of about in Uganda shillings is about 4 million, Kenyan shillings about 160,000 Kenyan shillings, and Tanzanian about close to 2.5. So at that point, life was good because when depending on your parent, everything is fine. You don't find any problem. Everything is provided for, and I didn't find any hassles. But a point came and my dad lost his job, and that brought a big change in my life and in our family. The things that used to look so obvious no longer looked obvious anymore. I remember at that time we used to have uh, in medical school in Makerere, they used to put up a list of people who have not completed their tuition fee, and they would put it up on the notice board so that everyone could see. And I remember I was, out of a class of 120 students, we used to be like 6, 7 people who were always on that list. And it was never a good feeling. I used to hate it. But there was nothing I could do about it because the situation at home had changed a lot. And remember, I was supposed to do this course for 5 years. Now imagine you have to study for 5 years plus, and you're in your first year, you cannot complete the tuition fee. You have 3, 4, 5 more years, but you cannot pay the tuition fee. So it was at that point that I had to look for something to do. Tried to look for jobs. Yeah, the first job I looked for, I got in a bakery. There was a bakery next to the university. And they told me they would pay me about 150,000 Uganda shillings. That's about say more or less like 7,000 Kenya shillings. I asked myself, this is money this money I would love to earn. Student earning 150,000. That's close to about $50. Yeah, about $40 for me amount. But the challenge with that job is that I was supposed to work from morning at 8:30 up to 9:30 p.m. in the evening. So I had to choose either to stick to the job or to study at the university. But I couldn't do both. So that brought a new challenge. So the job option couldn't work for me. I tried to look for a business to do. There are so many businesses that were available. Yeah, we had a couple of friends. We came together and we asked ourselves, why can't we start up a business? And we thought we can start up something. Yeah, we can open up a stationery around the university and sell to the university students music videos, movie videos, and do a lot. So we came round together and asked ourselves, how much would it cost? We came, listed everything that we needed. We needed rent, we needed to hire someone there, we needed to pay taxes, we needed to pay the licenses, we needed, there's so much that we needed at that time. You know, we needed to buy a computer, furniture, everything. It was coming to about 3 point something million Uganda shillings. You know, but at the end of the day, when we asked ourselves, how much money do we have? Myself, I only had 30,000 Uganda shillings. That's today's value of 2,000 Kenya shillings, okay, and 20,000 Tanzanian. I thought, yes, that's the only money I had. My other friend, my second friend, had about 70,000. The third friend didn't have any money at all. So yes, we had the prospects, we had the good idea, brilliant idea to start up a business, but we didn't have the money. So our idea just disappeared like that. It just went out with the wind. So remember, I was there. I needed tuition fee. I needed to pay my school fees. So I was still struggling, and nothing was changing. So a friend of mine invited me to one of the Neolife meetings. It was a physical meeting, and I listened. There were many people there, but I wasn't interested so much. But at the end of the meeting, a gentleman came up, and this gentleman was a student also, just like me. He was 1 year older than me. He was in medical school. His tuition fee was being paid for by the government, and he was doing this business part time in the evening after classes, and it was paying him more than $500 a month. Then I asked myself, if this guy can do it, why not me? I need this money more than this gentleman. This gentleman, in Uganda at that time, when you are a government sponsored student, the government would cater for your tuition, it would cater, you just walk into the university, you sign somewhere, and your school fees is provided for your accommodation, your food, and on top of that, they would give you pocket money. Now, as privately sponsored students, we used to envy the government sponsored student because they used to get a lot. But what was interesting about this gentleman is that, in as much as he was a government sponsored student, he was still working part time. And the business that he was doing in his part time was paying him over $500. That is, at that time, it was a million Uganda shillings. So I thought to myself, if this guy can do it, I can also do it. I might not do it as much as him, but I know I can do even 10% of what he can. I need the money. I needed that money as early as the day before. So I decided to get started. I had to borrow some money. I got started with the cleaning products because the cleaning products was all that I could understand. I didn't understand the healthcare. I didn't understand the skin care. I didn't understand all the ranges. I didn't know about everything. But I needed the money as soon as possible. When you need the money as soon as possible, you don't ask a lot of questions. Yeah. Yeah. Most of us right now, we are hearing about this business and we have so many options. Me, I had no option. It was my plan. It was I didn't have a plan B, plan C. I didn't have. Most of you have plan up to plan Z. For me, for one, I didn't have all that. So I thought to myself, let me start this business. Maybe it's my only option, my only chance of getting out of this debt trap and paying my tuition fee. So I started working the business. I started attending the meetings. I would attend the meetings in the evening from 5 p.m. onwards after classes. I would listen, I would learn, I would understand. Slowly by slowly, I started sharing my business with some of the people around me at the university, some of my friends. Some of my friends were interested in the products. Some of my friends were interested in the business. And slowly putting up a team. My business started growing slowly by slowly. Within no time, I became what we call a manager, and my income started growing. I started getting bonuses at the end of the month. I started making profits. When you make profits of about 100,000 Uganda shillings, uh, say about $40-50, it gives you a lot of confidence. And as a student, that's a lot of money for a student. When you make $40, it gives you confidence that you can make $100. So after some time, I started working. I kept on putting more effort, and my income increased to 200,000 Uganda shillings. My income kept on increasing. And when you make 200,000, you get the confidence to make 300,000. When you make 300,000, you can make 500,000. Slowly by slowly, after 1 year, 1 month in the business, my income grew to $500. That was half a million. 1 million Uganda shillings at that time. Working the business part time, the money I would earn in 3-4 months would be enough to pay my tuition fee the whole year. So it was a great uplift for me. It changed so many things in my life personally. It helped me to become more comfortable at the university. The things that you needed at the university, like to buy a stethoscope, to buy a computer, to buy a laptop, I would just get them from the business without having to call home. Sometimes, you'd call home every other week to ask for money, but no, when you have some extra money on you, you'd spend a month or two without calling home, and sometimes it would be a good relief for me. And so many things changed when this business helped me to pay my tuition fee in the 3rd year, 4th year, and 5th year at campus. And after that, I was able to do so many things. After some time, I started helping people in my team to also step up to become directors just like me. And when they did, my income also improved. I started getting opportunities. The company gave me an opportunity to start traveling outside the country. My first trip, I remember, was to go to Johannesburg, South Africa, fully paid for, 100%. It was my first time to get a passport. It was my first time to get a visa. It was my first time to even board a plane. And remember, I was just a normal student who couldn't pay my tuition fee. But here I was boarding a flight to South Africa. On my way back, I don't tell this part. Most of the people have never heard. On my way back on that flight, we were coming back on Sunday evening. I met my lecturer. Yeah, for those who are in Kampala, Dr. What's her name? I forget her name. She's the wife of the former director for KCCA. Yeah, I don't remember her name. But we were on the same flight. She was so surprised to see me on the same flight. She was like, Lawi, what are you doing in a flight from Johannesburg? You're supposed to be in school studying for your exams on Monday. Yeah. But that is the life that you live. And I told her, don't worry, I'll be there on Monday. So through this business, so many things have changed. That time I got myself a passport of 32 pages. That passport got full. Today I'm on my second passport, which is halfway full. Neolife has changed my life. I've been able to build a business not only in Uganda, I've built a business in Kenya, I've built a business in Tanzania, I'm building business in South Africa, and so many other countries. The world is just open for business right now. So I just want to encourage all of us that wherever you are, wherever you're listening from, you can start up this business. You can transform your life. The things that I did not imagine were possible are possible for me today. The things that I thought were impossible are now possible. The opportunities that I did not see are now evident. Today, my life has changed. Today, I've been able to own property, many countries, not just in one country. You know, I used to have small dreams. Maybe I thought I would go back to Nairobi, become a doctor, get myself a 2-bedroom house, a nice car somewhere there, and live my life in Nairobi for the rest of my life. But no, right now I'm an investor in many countries. I own businesses in many countries. I receive money in more than one currency. So this is something that can also help you. You can also start this business, and today you don't know who you are going to be tomorrow. So thank you very much for inviting me. And today I don't want to speak so much about myself, but I just want to give you the courage to step out and do this business. Believe that you can change your life. Okay, believe that you can change your life. Start this business, put down the money, get started, and talk to the person who invited you, and they are going to share more with you. I know you have millions of questions, but all those questions cannot be answered in one day. So start this business and we shall support you, we shall help you, we shall work with you until we help you get to become director and beyond. So thank you very much, Susan, for inviting me, and I want to hand back over to you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lawi. I was smiling when you mentioned that I receive money in more than one currency, and that is amazing. And who doesn't want to receive money in different currencies? While one currency is depreciating, or having inflation issues, you know that you can still survive with the other currency. So yes, thank you very much, Dr. Lawi, for making the time to come and speak to us, and for that very inspiring story. I think it's a dream of every young person out there to finish university when they already have something to do, to not go on the street and start looking for jobs. And that story is definitely inspiring. So we don't have to wait until we finish university to actually start working with Neolife, or to partner with Neolife. We can actually start where we are now and start today, because there's no better time than today. And just like Dr. Lawi has mentioned, the support is there. The person who has invited you for a reason, because they will provide the support that you need for you to grow. So I would like to encourage each one of us. Sometimes you go through situations, and these situations end up becoming opportunities. So instead of beating yourself up and crying over situations, just like Dr. Lawi has mentioned about how his father lost his job, naturally you'd be disappointed. Maybe you go back and sit at home and try to do odd jobs here and there, but he picked himself up and dusted himself up and started a business that has grown and has helped him to grow to the heights that he's at now. And the sky is not the limit, even, because he's still growing. And as he said, if he can do it, so can we, so can you, so can I. So let us take those lessons that we've learned to heart, and change our lives and change the lives of those that are around us. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, again, and thank you so much, Dr. Lawi, and I'm hoping that we can have you again so that you can take us a little bit further into how you built your business. But for now, it was nice to hear your story and to know that wherever we are, we can be great, and no matter what circumstances are surrounding us. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you have a lovely evening and that you have a good rest of the weekend, and a good week ahead. Thank you.